the 8th raid of the Halloween event, Darkrai. Not much of a surprise. We kind of knew that this was coming, that there would be a legendary Pokemon that was dream-based. It was kind of talked about to be Cresselia or Darkrai. The very first mechanic, it opens up with Dark Void, which is an AoE sleep effect. So you'll want to mitigate that via Chesto Berries. If all of your lead Pokemon hold a Chesto Berry, they will just instantly wake up from sleep. You can technically Magic Bounce it, but it doesn't stop it from affecting all of your other Pokemon, and it's not worth the Magic Bounce slot to just get the sleep on the raid boss. So just use Chesto Berries, I think, is the best method for dealing with that. As far as offensive typings go, you can get away with some Sun if that's all you have access to. You'll definitely be able to beat the boss. You can do some sort of a hybrid approach where Darmanitan can click Superpower for 6% as opposed to 5% with a neutral damage cap. So that's something that you can keep in mind. Same goes for Volcarona Bug Buzz. If you've got a Gallade, that's a useful one. Overall offense is pretty easy to come by. A lot of things will do damage cap even without the same type attack bonus on the easy version of this raid that we're looking at. The one thing to consider coming up is the next Dark Void that will happen at about 40%. You may have seen it already nasty plotted as an automatic move. You can mostly ignore that mechanic. The damage is going to feint you on every turn, but you can out damage it before you're wiped. So that's an ignorable mechanic. The second Dark Void is probably not an ignorable mechanic. So you want to set a safeguard somewhere close to 40%. I'm not exactly sure when we do it. I believe we do it at the turn where we're at about 60%. Let's see. No, we get a bit closer down to 40%. So once you get down there, I believe Safeguard lasts for about 2 turns. So there's a little bit of leeway. You just want it up before that automatic Dark Void sleeps your whole team. You could get lucky, I suppose, and push it on the very last move of a turn and then get wiped anyway. But definitely want to bring Safeguard. So things to consider are Tailwind. You'll need 2 Tailwinds. You'll need 1 Safeguard. Lead with Chestos. And that's pretty much the whole strategy until you get to the very end, which is a type inversion, just like Hypno. So that's why Sun can be useful. There's a couple Pokemon that you could bring that give you the option to do super effective damage. Chandelure is one. Shadow Ball will be super effective against it. The other way of getting around it is just using Sun again, just because it stays neutral. So there's a few ways you can attack it. Overall, it's not that difficult of a fight. The 5-star version of this is significantly more difficult, and that's going to take some time to crack. I don't think that someone will get a kill tonight. I think it's going to be a bit more of a strategic play. Long story short, for the 5-star fight is you need to do a lot of damage, and the boss does not take a lot of damage, and the type inversion happens at 50% instead. So that's something to look forward to if you want to complete this event's hard mode fight of Darkrai. As for easy mode, I think most of you will have success. I would rank this at about kind of Mandibuzz to Absol level of difficulty. I still think Scolipede is probably one of the harder fights that we've seen so far. So overall, pretty interesting one. Cool event thus far. And yeah, I'm excited to see what we can figure out, what people can cook up for the 5-star version of this. So more to come on that. Good luck on this fight in particular. I'll call this like the 4-star or easy mode version. I'll see what people are leaning towards in terms of nomenclature. Otherwise, enjoy your Darkrai orbs, summoning it for a period of time. And other than that, have a good one.